Let's play a clip, I think it's from the BBC, of actually PBS, showing a little bit what it was like to be active, politically active and campaigning during that period. Here's a clip.
Yeah, we have a short time. I have to go because I have to change this. The security of this house is not good. Some of the neighbors, they have contacted me. And also they said that's good that I leave this house. I'm going to another house. میگم ما را از پولینا بعدش می آمد دان غارش من میشه امروز زنا بس داشتم چادری رنی که کسا به خاطر گپ من چادری را بس کرده قرفی قائم از خیش قوم یا خودم دستم شده.
That was 2007. Coming to today, what's changed?
Nothing, even worse. Because, as I said, they couldn't tolerate me inside of Parliament and I exposed their crimes more. That's why they expelled me from Parliament, which is quite a legal act. And also, even inside of Parliament, one fundamentalist man said, if she will not sit silent, I will put bomb with myself, I will eliminate her. And one fundamentalist woman did like this to me, if you do not sit silent, I will do something against you that no man dare to do. More death threats receiving. Now, safe house to safe house, I'm changing. But underground contact with my people, especially women, that they are victim families, that I'm trying to give them a little hope.
There have been about 5 death threats against you, at least.
Yeah.
And yet you continue your work. Right now, as you see the discussion of the election, does any of the candidates offer change for the people of Afghanistan?
First, this election was just a showcase, because it was not a free election. And in the past also we experienced that they did lots of cheating. Even international observers talking about widespread fraud. And also, as a famous saying, it's not important who is voting, it's important who is counting. That's our problem. Even my people, before of this first period of the election, they used this proverb that the result of the election will be like the same donkey, but with new saddle. Now, election is between Abdullah, who is main candidate of these warlords and accused as a war criminal in the civil war from 92 to 96. And also between Karzai, who this 8 years did compromise with these warlords, and one of them was Abdullah, who was foreign minister of Karzai. So any one of them, every one of them that come in power, if Abdullah or Karzai, there is no hope to come positive changes.
Some people say you have to take what leadership there is. What's more important than the history of these people is their ability to bring security and be reliable leaders now.
For this kind of people, my answer on behalf of my people is that, are you ready that fascist people like Franco, like Mussolini, like Pinochet, whether to bring them to the court, at least to say apologize to our people, bring them back to the power with suit and tie? Or the people of US is ready to bring back the criminal Bush to power? And whether to say at least apologize and bring him to the International Criminal Court? They are Bushes of my country. They are Mussolini and Franco of my country, and they are in power. And this 8 years is enough to know about them.
The Mussolini of your country. What about the argument that people make that, well, let's turn to the question of US troops. The reason that we say the troops must be there is so that there can be safe elections, so that then there can be a democracy, so then US troops can leave. Many want troops to leave sooner, but even women's groups, some of them in this country, say if they leave sooner, the Taliban will return, women will be back in virtual house arrest.
I think this kind of women just they serve occupation. What the U.S. government want, and also that they serve these warlords as they want to keep this regime, fundamentalist puppet regime, corrupt mafia system to be in power. And for this kind of woman, my response is that right now, as a woman, I'm sure they know that this situation, how much disaster. They did bombing, for example, in Far province, these occupation forces. 150 civilians has been killed, most of them women and children. If it happened same with their family, who, especially those women who enjoying their life in the West. And they again said the same points if they threw acids on the face of their daughters or if they has been raped by these warlords. For example, Bashira, 14-year-old girl, has been raped by 3 men, one of them son of the member of the parliament, Haji Painda, this warlord. And he changed the age of his son less than 18, that do not be punished. If the same crime happened with the daughter of these women, again they say that no, that this government, that those who are in power, we want them, or these occupation forces.
But the people say we need the U.S. troops to stop that kind of thing happening. It's not the U.S. throwing acid in women's faces and raping women.
You know, not only women. Women are today, situation for them in most of provinces like hell. But today, men and women of my country, millions of my people under the nose of these thousands troops, they suffer from injustice, insecurity, corruption, joblessness, poverty.
Can the U.S. troops make that better?
So we are sandwiched between 2 powerful enemies. No, this, as long as these troops to be in Afghanistan, the worst civil war will be. Why? Because their government support these warlords, now negotiating with Taliban. I said condolences to those families who lost their sons, and I'm telling condolences to American mom who right now they lost their sons recently in Afghanistan. But they are the one who should raise their voice against the war crime of their government. And also, we are fighting 2 enemies, powerful enemies, occupation forces. As I said, they are themselves are the victim. Their government gave them, send them for war, for bad cause, and supporting these warlords, and also Taliban. In another side, Taliban and warlord now negotiate with each other, continue to their fascism. So one enemy withdrawal, with withdrawal of one enemy, it's much easier to fight against one enemy instead of 2.
Why, in your view, do people join the Taliban, join the warlords, join these militias?
No, this is few people that they get hopeless. For example, I met, for example, one family and couple that her daughter has been brutally raped, and this government do not listen to the voice as there is no justice, and photocopy of Taliban in power. He said, I will go with Taliban to take my revenge from these warlords. But this is not all of my people. Most people hate Taliban and also these warlords. Millions of them, they didn't attend in the election. Political knowledge of people improved a lot. We almost lost everything in Afghanistan. Day by day, resistance of people increasing. You see that they do demonstration coming on the streets. With passage of time, it is getting more. That's why.
What would be a responsible thing for people in the United States to do?
Of course, that always nations, people are so great and they are different, and I'm honored on behalf of my people that I have their support. But my message is that, first, you should raise your voice very strongly against occupation in Afghanistan, against the war crime of your government. Support the democratic-minded people of my country while we have a lot. And on behalf of them, at least one of them I'm in front of you. Morally support them and financially support them, educationally support, as education is a key to our emancipation. And also, if really Obama is honest for my people, why do not put, first of all, Bush in the ICC, International Criminal Court, and say apologize to my people, and do not send troops to Afghanistan? Are
you afraid for your own life?
I'm a person, as always I'm saying that I'm young, I want to be alive to serve my people. And we do struggle, many like me there, and I'm not better than my people. But as again I'm saying, I don't fear death, I fear political silence against injustice. Support us. If nobody knows today I will be alive, but today I'm alive as a person, and many others risking their lives. Let's support us, we Democrats, for the future of Afghanistan.
Malalai Joya, thank you so much for your work, your book, and for being here with us on GRITtv today. The book is A Woman Among Warlords, the extraordinary story of an Afghan who dared to raise her voice. It's just out. You can get more information at our website, GRITtv.org.